What if the story of Canada's greatest wealth isn't just about banks and oil fields, but is hidden in the quiet streets of a handful of elite neighborhoods? Across the country, you'll find communities known for two things: immense wealth and a vibrant, influential Jewish life. For over 2 centuries, the Jewish community in Canada has woven itself into the national fabric, growing from a few hardy settlers into a dynamic population of nearly 400,000 people. They've shaped industries, built cultural landmarks, and established communities that are as prosperous as they are distinct. Today, we're not just looking at mansions and luxury cars. We're exploring the history, the hustle, and the community spirit that built these incredible areas. We're on a journey to discover the epicenters of Jewish affluence and influence in the Great White North. This is a story of migration, ambition, and the creation of legacies. We'll travel from the historic corridors of power in Montreal to the sprawling new money suburbs of Toronto, and even touch down in other key cities to paint the full picture. So stick with us as we count down the 10 most affluent and powerful Jewish communities that have helped shape Canada. We'll explore the data, the history, and the institutions that define them. You'll want to stay till the end to see which neighborhood clinches the coveted #1 spot. When you think of Canadian prosperity, you probably picture vast natural resources and towering corporate headquarters, but that's only part of the story. A deeper, more intricate tale of success is etched into the very blueprint of certain residential streets, a story of community, heritage, and staggering financial achievement. These aren't just postal codes, they are dynastic centers of influence. We're talking about places where the average household net worth doesn't just exceed the national average, it completely dwarfs it, creating pockets of immense capital that have a gravitational pull on the entire country. Today, we journey inside these exclusive domains where the fusion of immense wealth and profound Jewish heritage has created some of the most unique and powerful neighborhoods in the nation. Number 10. Alta Vista, Ottawa, Ontario. Kicking off our list at number 10, we're in the nation's capital, Ottawa. This is a city more known for politics than for vast pockets of private wealth, and yet the Jewish community here, numbering around 14,000, has carved out its own prosperous enclaves. We're looking at Alta Vista, a neighborhood that represents a unique blend of quiet affluence and deeply committed Orthodox Jewish life. Located in the city's south end, Alta Vista is a mature, picturesque suburb. Its name, meaning high view, is fitting for an area characterized by rolling hills, large lots, and a mix of mid-century and contemporary homes. It's a neighborhood favored by professionals, many working in the nearby hospitals or for the federal government, which creates a stable and highly educated demographic. What truly makes Alta Vista a key Jewish neighborhood is its role as the spiritual heart of the city's modern Orthodox community. The anchor is the magnificent Congregation Machzikei Hadass, one of Ottawa's largest and most active Orthodox synagogues. On a Saturday, the streets here are filled with families walking to shul, a weekly testament to the neighborhood's strong Jewish identity. While other areas like Centerpoint may have a higher number of Jewish residents, Alta Vista's concentration of religious infrastructure has made it a destination. It has fostered a complete ecosystem of Jewish life with kosher food options and a powerful sense of mutual support, proving that a community's influence isn't just about financial capital, but also the richness of its spiritual life. Number 9. Oakridge, Vancouver, British Columbia. Hopping across the country to the Pacific Coast, we land in Vancouver for our number 9 spot, the neighborhood of Oakridge. Vancouver's Jewish community is more spread out than the concentrated hubs of Toronto and Montreal, but the Oakridge area, along with its neighbors Shaughnessy and South Cambie, still emerges as a clear center of gravity for affluent Jewish life. The story of Jewish Vancouver is one of post-war growth. As the community flourished in the latter half of the 20th century, Oakridge became a prime destination for families seeking a suburban feel within the city limits. The architecture tells the story. Sprawling ranch-style homes from the 50s and 60s are now often replaced by stunning, custom-built contemporary mansions that command multi-million-dollar price tags. The Vancouver real estate market is legendary, and Oakridge is consistently at the higher end of that spectrum. The heart of the community beats strongly along Oak Street. Here you'll find the Jewish Community Center of Greater Vancouver, a sprawling campus that serves as the social and cultural hub for the entire city's Jewish population. Right next to it is the King David High School, one of the premier Jewish day schools in the province. This concentration of key institutions creates a powerful nucleus. Families move here not just for the beautiful homes, but for the easy access to this vibrant community infrastructure. The combination of high property values and deep Jewish roots firmly places Oakridge on our list as the pinnacle of Jewish community life on Canada's West Coast. Number 8. Thornhill, Markham, York Region, Ontario. We now move into the orbit of Canada's largest Jewish population center, Toronto, and head to the sprawling suburbs of York Region. Coming in at number 8 is the Markham side of Thornhill. York Region is a story of explosive growth. What was farmland a few decades ago is now home to well over 70,000 Jewish residents, a boom that has reshaped Canadian Jewry. According to the 2011 National Household Survey, the most recent data set with this specific financial breakdown, Jewish households in Markham had the highest median income in the entire Greater Toronto area. While that data is over a decade old, it points to a foundational affluence that has only grown since. Thornhill Markham is distinctly new money. The architecture is all about large, modern, suburban houses in master-planned communities. These are neighborhoods built for the successful immigrant family, a place to display the fruits of hard work and ambition. The Jewish community here is incredibly diverse, with large populations from South Africa, Russia, and Israel. However, the data also tells a more complex story. In 2011, Markham also had the oldest median age for its Jewish population in York Region and the highest percentage of unemployed Jews. This suggests a community in transition, a mix of highly successful households alongside an aging population facing different economic realities. Still, with its wealth of synagogues, schools, and shops catering to the community, it stands as a testament to the powerful wave of Jewish suburban migration. Number 7. Lawrence Park, Toronto, Ontario. At number 7, we find ourselves in one of Toronto's original aristocratic neighborhoods, Lawrence Park. While its neighbor, Forest Hill, often grabs the spotlight, Lawrence Park is a powerhouse of wealth and prestige in its own right, and an integral part of the affluent Jewish corridor that runs along Bathurst Street. Established in the early 20th century as an exclusive garden suburb, Lawrence Park was designed to be far from the lake winds in winter and filled with stately homes. It has more than lived up to that reputation. Today, it's one of Toronto's most prestigious and picturesque neighborhoods, known for its grand Tudor, Georgian, and colonial-style houses on massive lots. At one point, it was even ranked as the wealthiest neighborhood in all of Canada. While it doesn't have the Jewish majority demographics of some Montreal boroughs, its location within the wider Eglinton-Lawrence area places it inside one of the largest Jewish population centers in the city. The vibe here is quiet, established, and incredibly exclusive. It's a neighborhood of private schools and lush, ravine-like parks where real estate prices are consistently among the highest in the country. Lawrence Park represents a more discreet but no less powerful pocket of generational wealth within the Toronto Jewish landscape. Number 6. Richmond Hill, Thornhill, York Region, Ontario. Crossing into the top half of our list, we arrive in Richmond Hill, another key player in York Region. We're focusing on the southern part that forms the Thornhill corridor, a place that represents the quintessential story of modern Jewish success in Canada. By 2011, Richmond Hill was already home to over 11,000 Jewish individuals, and that number has only climbed. Much of this growth is centered in newer subdivisions like Thornhill Woods, which became a top destination for a huge wave of Jewish immigrants from the former Soviet Union and Israel in the late 90s and early 2000s. These families arrived with ambition and a profound respect for education, and in a remarkably short time, they transformed this suburb into a vibrant, prosperous hub. The wealth in Richmond Hill is obvious from the street. The homes are large, often exceeding 4,000 square feet, with manicured lawns and two-car garages, the very picture of North American success. This is a community built on professional achievement, with a high concentration of doctors, lawyers, and entrepreneurs. The community has also invested heavily in creating world-class infrastructure. You'll find a dense network of synagogues, top-performing public schools, and plazas filled with kosher restaurants and bakeries. Richmond Hill's story is a powerful testament to the Canadian dream, realized through the lens of a dynamic and flourishing Jewish community. If you're finding this tour of Canada's most fascinating neighborhoods as compelling as we do, take a moment to subscribe. We're always uncovering hidden stories of wealth, culture, and influence. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Now, let's get back to the countdown. Number 5. Westmount, Montreal, Quebec. For our number 5 spot, we land in a neighborhood synonymous with old-world prestige and quiet power, Westmount, Quebec. Perched on the slope of Mount Royal overlooking Montreal, Westmount has long been the bastion of the city's Anglophone elite. But within its storied history is a deep and significant Jewish narrative. This is the kind of wealth that is measured in generations, not just dollars. Historically, Montreal was the center of Jewish life in Canada. As families prospered in the early 20th century, many moved up the mountain from the immigrant corridors of the Main. Westmount, with its stately homes and top-tier private schools, was the ultimate destination. While its Jewish population of over 4,700 is a modest 7.3% of its residents, its influence is far greater. The wealth here is palpable but understated. You'll see grand Victorian and Tudor-style estates that have been in the same families for decades. Westmount's Jewish life is anchored by some of the most magnificent congregations in Canada, most notably Shar HaShamayim, a spiritual home to some of Canada's most famous families like the Bromphens. This isn't just a synagogue, it is a Canadian institution. The network of philanthropic foundations and family offices run by its residents make decisions that ripple across the country. While the demographic center of Jewish life may have shifted, the historic center of Jewish power and dynastic wealth in Montreal remains firmly anchored on the slopes of Mount Royal. Number 4. Vaughan, Central and Northern, York Region, Ontario. At number 4, we arrive in the undisputed epicenter of Jewish suburban growth in Canada, the city of Vaughan. This sprawling municipality north of Toronto is not just a neighborhood, it is a phenomenon. In 1971, only 1,500 Jews lived in all of York Region. Today, Vaughan alone is home to over 42,000 Jewish residents, according to the 2021 census. This explosive growth has created a community of staggering scale and wealth. If Thornhill was the first wave of the northern migration, Vaughan is the tidal wave. Areas like Central Vaughan saw their Jewish population increase by over 11,000 people in just 10 years. This is the heartland of the modern Toronto Jewish community. The demographic profile is notably young, a community of successful families building a world for their children. The wealth metrics are just as impressive. In 2011, median home values for Jewish residents were the highest in York Region, and today, those numbers are exponentially higher. The crowning jewel here is the Joseph and Wolf Lebovic Jewish Community Campus. This extraordinary 50-acre site is one of the most ambitious communal projects in Canadian Jewish history. It houses a state-of-the-art community center, multiple day schools, and serves as an anchor for a dense network of synagogues and yeshivas. Vaughan is the blueprint for the 21st century North American Jewish suburb. Big, bold, wealthy, and intensely focused on building a self-sustaining Jewish future. Number 3. Hampstead, Montreal, Quebec. For our number 3 spot, we return to Montreal, to a municipality that is utterly unique in Canada, Hampstead. What makes Hampstead so extraordinary isn't just its wealth, but its demographics. According to the 2021 census, Hampstead is 63.8% Jewish, making it, by percentage, the most Jewish municipality in the country. This isn't just a neighborhood with a large Jewish population, it is, in essence, a Jewish town. Established in 1914 and modeled after London's Hampstead Heath, the town was designed from the start as an exclusive residential enclave with no industry and minimal commerce. The result is a community that is both affluent and incredibly tight-knit, with stunning Tudor and Georgian homes on spacious lots. The property values are among the highest in Montreal, a place of quiet, established wealth home to generations of Montreal's most successful families. Yet, the 2021 census also revealed a nuanced picture. Hampstead saw a population decline of 890 Jewish residents since 2011. This trend points to the broader challenges of affordability and the migration of younger families. Despite this, Hampstead's position remains secure. The fabric of daily life is interwoven with Jewish culture. The parks are filled with children from Jewish day schools, and there is an unmistakable sense of shared identity that is unmatched anywhere else in Canada. It's more than a rich neighborhood. It's a beautiful, prosperous, and intensely Jewish corner of the Canadian landscape. Number 2. Côte Saint-Luc, Montreal, Quebec. Just west of Hampstead lies our number 2 spot, a place that can be described as the demographic heart of Montreal's Jewish community, Côte Saint-Luc. If Hampstead is the exclusive garden, Côte Saint-Luc is the bustling city. With a Jewish population that makes up 53.9% of its residents, it's the single largest concentration of Jewish people in Quebec. Côte Saint-Luc is a city built by and for the Jewish community, especially in the post-war decades when tens of thousands of families, including many Holocaust survivors, established new lives here. They built a thriving hub with a dense landscape of single-family homes, townhouses, and high-rise condo buildings. This variety of housing makes it more accessible than Hampstead, creating a diverse, though still solidly upper-middle-class and affluent area. The sheer density of Jewish life here is breathtaking. The city is home to a staggering number of synagogues, an array of Jewish day schools, and a world-class public library. The courtier Cavendish Mall serves as an unofficial town square, where you're guaranteed to hear a mix of English, French, Yiddish, and Hebrew. Like Hampstead, it has faced demographic challenges, with an aging population and a slight decline in Jewish residents. But the economic and social power of Côte Saint-Luc is undeniable. It's a place of immense communal wealth, not just in dollars, but in the richness of its institutions and the strength of its social fabric. And now for the number 1 spot, Forest Hill, Toronto. For nearly a century, this name has been synonymous with wealth, power, and the pinnacle of the Canadian social ladder. Originally designed as a village where every house had to be designed by an architect, Forest Hill set the stage for an enclave of exceptional homes. In its early days, restrictive covenants often barred Jewish families, but in the 1930s and 40s, as the first wave of Jewish entrepreneurs achieved significant wealth, they broke through these barriers, beginning a transformation that would redefine the neighborhood. The relocation of the venerable Holy Blossom Temple to the edge of Forest Hill in 1938 was a landmark event, signaling the community's definitive arrival. Today, the combined area of Forest Hill North and South has 8,925 Jewish residents, making up a formidable 38.5% of the total population. The wealth here is staggering. While official stats aren't produced, financial publications and real estate insiders often place the average household net worth in the multi-millions, with average incomes well into the 6 figures. The streets of Forest Hill South are a breathtaking showcase of grand Tudor and Georgian mansions. This is Toronto's Millionaire's Mile. The area is home to Canada's most elite private schools, Upper Canada College and Bishop Strachan School, attended by generations of the neighborhood's most prominent families. Forest Hill is more than just expensive houses. It is the geographic embodiment of success in Canada, representing the culmination of the Toronto Jewish community's journey from the immigrant quarters of Kensington Market to the absolute heights of power and prosperity. So there you have it, a coast-to-coast tour of 10 of the richest and most influential Jewish neighborhoods in Canada. From the old money elegance of Westmount and Forest Hill to the new money dynamism of Vaughan and Richmond Hill, each community tells a unique chapter in the story of Canadian Jewish life. What we've seen is that these neighborhoods are far more than just collections of wealthy people. They are epicenters of community, culture, and philanthropy. The narrative is a powerful one. a journey that often began in crowded immigrant neighborhoods like the Main in Montreal or Kensington Market in Toronto, and culminated through generations of hard work in the nation's most exclusive enclaves. This journey saw the establishment of synagogues that became national landmarks and community centers that are the envy of the continent. But the story is also complex. We've seen the data on aging populations in historic hubs like Hampstead and Côte Saint-Luc, and it's crucial to remember that this glittering prosperity doesn't represent the entire community's experience. Across the country, studies show that Jewish poverty remains a hidden but persistent issue, with nearly 15% of the Canadian Jewish population living below the poverty line. Ultimately, these 10 neighborhoods stand as powerful symbols. They represent the immense success and contribution of the Jewish community to Canada. They are the brick-and-mortar legacies of families who built fortunes, the spiritual homes for congregations that have stood for a century, and the vibrant launching pads for future generations. They are a testament to the enduring power of community, heritage, and the relentless pursuit of a better life. Which of these neighborhoods surprised you the most? Are there any hidden gems of Jewish affluence that you think we missed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other explorations into the most fascinating corners of wealth and history. Thanks for watching.